Software development models divide into two categories: a sequential model and another one is incremental model. Sequential model, first one is waterfall model. Waterfall model, it is a framework for software development. This development proceeds sequentially through series of phases. It is a framework for software development. In this development proceeds sequentially through series of phases. This development proceeds sequential. That's why it is also called sequential models. Sequentially through series of phases. Here waterfall model is a old model. This model launched in 1970s. It is a 1970s model, but right now some companies they are using waterfall model. Waterfall model development model launched in 1970s. Whenever companies they are choosing waterfall model, because when our client is submit clear requirement, that means where requirements are very well understood. Small projects, simple project, clear requirement are available, then they can following waterfall model. Here what is the advantage of waterfall model? See, waterfall model is a sequential model. Just I show the PPT of waterfall model. In this waterfall model, first requirement gathering. After requirement gathering, then they will preparing document. Every stage is completed. First stage output is first stage output is next stage input. One stage is completed, then next stage will be started. It is one sequential, like series of phases. First requirement gathering. After requirement gathering is completed, then they will preparing user requirements document, PRS document. It is a non-technical document. Then second analysis. In the analysis phase, they are receiving the user requirement document, BRS document. They are analyzing the documents. They will preparing finally one document, that is SRS document, is a technical document. Here after technical document, software designers they are receiving the SRS document. They can preparing design document. After designing, they will preparing one document. The document is software design document. The coding page, developers they are receiving that. Every phase completed, next phase start. So that's why it is a sequential model. What is the advantage of the sequential model or waterfall model? Advantages of waterfall model. What is the advantages of waterfall model? Project monitoring and maintenance is very easy. Project monitoring and maintenance is very easy. Simple and easy to use. Simple and easy to use. Here no complex, because it is small projects. Where requirements are cleared, very well understood, then they can choose waterfall model. Next advantage, well for small projects, because where requirement are well understandable, so the time it is very advantage of small projects. Small projects well for work well for smaller project where requirements are very well understood. Low cost model, but it is a very low cost model, but in the middle of the project no changes are not possible. Like it's possible, like, but very critical, very risky process. So no modifications. One stage is perfectly completed, then next they can plan to next stage. So it's a low cost model. It is a low cost model. Disadvantage of waterfall model. Disadvantages. Disadvantages are limitations. What is disadvantages? Your main disadvantages is poor model for complex and object oriented projects. Only small projects, simple projects, clear requirements are available projects, like they can choose waterfall model. It's a poor model for complex and object oriented projects. Here only in total SDLC process, just we are conducting single phase testing, single phase testing. You are conducting only single stage testing, but any defect raised, like it is not avoid the defect multiplications. If any defect in starting stage, it's carry on to multiplication, it's carry on multiple defects. It will be it will generate multiple defects. It's not avoid the defect multiplication, because reason is only single phase testing they are conducting, single stage testing. That is main disadvantage of waterfall model. Here single phase testing, so not avoid the defect multiplication, defect multiplication. And another disadvantage is in the middle of the project we can't add any extra requirements. It's highly risk. Middle of the project we can't add any new requirements. Possible, but it is a very highly risk. This is the main disadvantage of waterfall model. Bye.